This 1 Degree Outside video is brought to you by Attitash Mountain Village. Book your stay directly through the link on our homepage, onedegreeoutside.com.
Well, we have an exciting announcement we're going to be posting about later on today, but I want you to hear about it here in Insights first. Attitash Mountain Village, we have the giveaway for a 2-night stay. It went so well, they have agreed to a second giveaway now. So over the next week, the only way to enter is on our app, which is free in the App Store and Google Play. Once you open it up, later on today, we'll put the link right on there. You click on it. It takes 5 seconds to enter a 2-night stay up at Attitash Mountain Village. Thank you to Attitash Mountain Village for this awesome partnership. Now, for Insights, we're going to dive into the Santa Ana winds again, which will be increasing. We'll briefly talk about that, the midweek cold and gusty wind here at home. Upslope snow accumulates. Great news for ski country. Pattern shift moving in. Matt's going to talk about that in pattern predictions. We put it out every Monday. Looks to the next 2 weeks, and things are going to get a little bit interesting across the eastern seaboard. Fairly quiet nation today overall, but we zoom into Southern California. We do have fire weather warnings that continue all the way from San Diego County, stretching back up just outside of LA, and then red flag warnings that extend into the Santa Barbara and Santa Monica area as well. When I've clicked on some of these National Weather Service advisories, they literally have in bold letters, do not do anything that could potentially spark a fire. Wind gusts tonight into tomorrow are going to ramp back up about 45 to 55 miles per hour with some isolated gusts to 70, and the relative humidity is just so low. So that combination of the two means that elevated and extreme fire weather risk across Southern California again through the middle part of the week. All right, upper level energy, atmospheric energy rotating in. Today we get a couple of snow showers later this afternoon and evening. Talked about that in 1 Degree Outside today and Noyes' notes this morning. Some of that energy comes overhead tomorrow. We get some upslope snow, and then you notice that upper level low off to our north and east. The air in between that low and high pressure funneling in the colder air and increasing the wind for tomorrow and into Wednesday, though it won't be quite as windy or as cold, at least this installment, compared to what we had last week. The coldest is going to shift just to our north, with the sub-zero readings during the day on Tuesday across portions of the upper Midwest. Cold, really, I'd say northern 2/3 of the country in a lot of areas with below normal temperatures. That high shifts south during the day on Wednesday. Upslope snow, lake effect snow continues off of Lake Erie and Ontario. Some of those coming into western New England. We get our own upslope snow here that lasts through the day on Wednesday and even into early Thursday. So let's play things through that. Low departing. We'll have to watch some ocean effect potential Tuesday night into Wednesday, and the outer Cape may come close and kind of graze the outer Cape with some of that. Otherwise, northern Vermont, northern New Hampshire do best with this upslope snow event. And then as we head into the day on Thursday, it does tend to relax a bit because the wind is in a different direction. It's out of the southwest, out ahead of this next disturbance. So next couple of days, varying amounts of sun and clouds, the snow showers in the mountains, rest of us fairly quiet and isolated flurry. Thursday's mainly cloudy. It's going to kind of look and feel like snow, and there will be snow knocking on our doorstep. Watch what happens as I play things through Thursday afternoon and evening. Kind of fizzles out over New England. We're going to watch that closely because there may be a couple passing snow showers, particularly in far western and northern New England, but a lot of that energy kind of gets drawn out and doesn't really impact us in terms of anything significant that comes in. It does bring a little surge of some relatively warmer air as we head into the end of the week. So snow guidance here in the mountains, all of the ski areas on here, and we're talking about a widespread 2 to 4 and 3 to 6 inch snowfall event. Again, this is through Thursday morning. We're piling things up even more when you get back up across northern Vermont and the favorable northwest facing slopes of the White Mountains as well. So that's where we're talking about 6 to even 8 inches in some of the summits by the time we get through the middle part of the week, and a widespread 2 to 4 across northwestern and northern Maine as well. So ski country. Oh, by the way, check out our 1 Degree Outside enthusiast Patreon tier. Sundays and Thursdays, we put out the snow map, the snow discussions with daily snow maps. If you're into that, I think you're going to love it. Again, patreon.com/1 degree outside. Let's talk about the wind gusts briefly. Nothing damaging in my mind. We gust 30 to isolated 40 miles per hour. That may increase a risk of some lift holds on some of the summits, especially as we head into later Tuesday and into Wednesday too. You see some of the yellow showing up here, particularly across northern New Hampshire. Otherwise, it's generally 25 to 35 mile per hour gusts. But look at that. By Thursday, we start to shift the wind around. So no lift hold problems on Thursday, as it will be a lighter wind in general. Still adds a little bit of a wind chill factor, but it will be less than 20 miles per hour and easing for the second half of the day, even more in most areas. So school days ahead for the kiddos. Got to be bundled up. The coldest day overall will be on Wednesday, when those feels like temperatures don't get out of the teens, lower 20s by the time we get to Thursday. Predicted highs will be about 5 to 10 degrees below average in some areas, 20s to lower 30s, but you got to factor in the wind, right? For our Tuesday, it's going to feel like the teens to lower 20s in many areas, couple single digit wind chill values. That's what you're dressing for Tuesday. Tomorrow night, widespread teens in terms of actual temperatures. The wind stays active 10 to 20 miles per hour with some higher gusts. So Tuesday night, it feels like the single digits in most of western, northern New England, even interior southern New England, teens for the rest of us. Wednesday highs, a few degrees colder. So this is the coldest day this week, 20s to maybe 30 in far southern New England. Wind chill in the single digits and teens on Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, actual temperatures drop back into the single digits and teens. There'll still be a breeze, but it's going to start to wane a little bit. And Thursday, even though the temperatures will be very similar, the wind will be lighter, so that does make a difference. So the predicted wind chill on Thursday isn't quite as extreme. Teens to lower 20s for most of us as that wind starts to shift around out of the south and west and drags in that relatively milder air for a more seasonable day on Friday, with temperatures in the 20s and even some mid to upper 30s in far southern New England. That's how things are looking for now. For the weekend and the start of next week, we're watching a couple snow chances. More on that in Pattern Predictions with Matt coming out in just a bit.